They descended on Washington by the tens of thousands. Pro-Palestinian protesters from across the United States, some traveling thousands of kilometers by bus to reach the gates of the White House to deliver a message to the American president.
Shame on you. Go to hell. That's what I would say.
If you're a human, you should care.
The protesters' demands were threefold: a ceasefire, an end to the siege on Gaza, and an end to U.S. military funding for Israel. A cross-section of Americans came. Many were Arab, and many were not.
Besides being a Jewish American and a veteran, it's important as a human being to be here, to care for children, to care for the people in Gaza.
On this day in Washington, the support for Gaza stretches as far as the eye can see. But the question is, do these protesters represent the greater American public who, according to polls at the beginning of the war, were 5-1 in favor of Israel?
Recent major polls found more than 70% of Americans now back U.S. humanitarian aid to Gaza, and more than 60% think the U.S. should call for a ceasefire. President Biden continues to oppose a ceasefire and has instead called for humanitarian pauses, something American diplomats say is under discussion with Israel.
Mr. President, any progress on the humanitarian pause? Yes.
Biden wasn't in Washington on Saturday to see the protest for himself, but demonstrators say, all the same, he cannot be blind or deaf to their anger at the injustice. Heidi, Zhou-Castro, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.